it took me, no bullshit, bro, right? I came home, I was like, I can't do this shit anymore, jail shit, right? Then I fell back into the streets, like just by doing niggas favors. But then I had a son, right? And I watched this nigga literally, I'm sitting on the couch, and he sits down, and he like looks at me and sits the same exact way that I sat. And that shit terrified me. I mean, he ain't gonna give a fuck. Yeah. He don't care about what I say. He gonna copy and paste everything I do. Yeah. It took like another year and a half for like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I bullshit. I was supposed to take him to Chuck E. Cheese, and I went chasing a play. And I'm like, yo, everybody's a rat out here. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas could set me up, niggas could kill me, because I was living in Rhode Island making all these plays in Massachusetts. So I'm like, if these niggas get jammed up, if they gonna tell on anybody's gonna be me. They go to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't from out here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting on the nigga. I'm like, and he late. I miss Chuck E. Cheese with my son. Now I'm like, I'm a liar to my son for this shit. And niggas could smoke me, niggas could come tell on me. So I'm riding back over the bridge to go back home. I just pulled off on the play. I didn't even, you know what I'm saying, to catch the shit. I go back over the bridge, I stop. I just throw the phone off the bridge. I'm like, y'all figure this shit out. I can't do it. I can't risk my son's life anymore. Crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, then after I got like cool in that shit, like now it's like, all right, now I just started getting into foreign exchange, currency trading. Cause I'm like, it got the same thrill of hustling, right? But it's legit. I don't gotta look over my shoulder, and it's like I could teach the hood. Like now I realize when you were saying niggas ain't put niggas on with the information niggas supposed to have. I'm like, yo, bad niggas I knew was doing this shit and was hoarding the shit. Yeah. So I was calling them, you bitch ass niggas, y'all niggas is hoarding. Yeah, it's not like they're losing money by telling niggas. Yeah. Like, yeah, niggas, so now it's like, I'm trying to get on with this shit and put as many niggas I know that got a brain onto this shit. Cause I'm like, yo, you niggas could get real money and not risk their life. But all that, the streets to me now is bozo shit, bro.
It is bozo.
Straight bozo. But I wasted 16 years of my life chasing that bullshit.
Yeah. I already know, bro. You ain't telling nobody nothing.
So I know that's right. I'm just now figuring this shit out.
That shit ain't about nothing. That shit ain't about nothing.
This shit gotta get addressed, my nigga. Did you rap, my nigga?
No. I did my homework on you, nigga. You a street nigga, you put your work in. If a nigga say he been locked up or a nigga say he shot a nigga, man, that's all negativity.
I'm redirecting the traffic. Fuck you. Respect.
Whoa, what do you mean?
No.
It's recording right now, but anything that needs to be taken out, be taken off. Throw the vest in the back so that shit don't get picked up.
Yeah.
The vest right there?
I got you, nigga. I always got you.
That's a whole fact.
I'm lying?
I just said that's a fact.
I want the OD on that one. Come on, let's get it shot, nigga. Feel good.
You good? Everybody good?
We great, baby.
Yeah. We got nature in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic. This is dope for me.
Yeah.
We was talking like, I guess you would call it pre-production, right? And he was mentioning how rap has taken him to some dope places and have met some dope ass people. And I'm like, niggas met you.
So Pawn Self.
What's up?
Pawn Self show. I gotta do this, right?
What's up?
When it comes to like certain dudes, like artists like Nature, I want to do it like this. Let me get this one, bro.
Go ahead.
Right now, right? This is an honor for Drive-Bys to have this particular man riding shotgun. This particular man, right, is probably on a few or a couple of the most pivotal records in hip-hop for the golden era. This particular man right here was once considered like one of the biggest problems of new wave MCs to come at this particular time in that era. This particular artist was like, you had Nas, you had myself, of course, you know, Mobb Deep, you had Mega, but this particular artist was like the next coming. Everyone knew once they heard him that he was the next coming, right? And this particular artist I'm talking about has always showed respect for what came before him, but at the same time, let everybody know that he was not playing no games. This particular man who I'm talking about is one of the first to incorporate sport punchlines and bars in his verses, right?
That's a whole fact.
That's a whole fact. Smooth, innovative, very laid back, but very aggressive with his lyrical delivery and his approach. And this particular artist, I'm so proud to say, is Nature. Yo.
Yeah.
Nature.
What it is,
What's
boy.
goody bop, man? What's goody bop, man?
Chillin', nigga.
Yeah, let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
Good to have you
here.
here.
We here, baby.
I wanted to say, like I was, you had said that it was dope that this shit brought you to meet so many dope people, right?
Yeah.
And I had said, kind of cut you off, like fuck that. Like niggas met you. Know what I'm saying? I want to start off with like you touching up on something that you said, with Sprewell when you went to Sprewell's house.
Yeah.
Because one of the verse that everybody's like that's like iconic for you is when you talked about the Sprewell bar that he referenced.
Banned from TV.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Shit, we
Talk
love
about that
Sprewell.
experience.
We love Sprewell. Shout out to my man John Wallace. John Wallace, we used to be on the Knicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? John Wallace helped me out with my second project and shit. You know what I mean? He helped put shit together.
When you say help you out, like he invested?
Yeah, invested.
So
you know
wait a
what I'm
minute, you had John Wallace invest in your album.
saying? Yes.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. So shout out to J Dub. But one of the times that we used to go from the hood to the nigga crib and shit. We used to drive, go check the nigga and shit. But at this time he was like on his way out the league.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because you know what I mean, I guess once you a Nick, you always
Now,
a Nick.
I was about to say, now
you
you're
always Nick, you know what I'm saying? So on this day we was driving around and we went to the nigga Sprewell crib and I'm like playing it cool and shit. I'm like, oh, where are we actually going to the nigga's crib? Yeah. To the nigga crib and shit. He came to the door. When he came to the door, he was like, when he told him that he was with me, because you know when you come to a nigga crib, you gotta be like, yo, I'm with somebody.
Yeah, I need some type of heads up.
Word is born. So he's like, yo, man, Nate. And so he was like, yo, you got Nature with you? Oh shit. And I'm sitting there like, word? I didn't realize that, you know what I mean? I know that, you know, music is big and shit like that and niggas listen, but sometimes, I don't know, I just be forgetting sometimes that, like, I don't know. But we actually at the nigga crib and we was in the nigga crib and fucking playing fucking Madden and smoking bud just like regular niggas in the hood and shit. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. He showing me around. I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable. But shit like that, it's like, that's just only one experience.
Was that your first time meeting him?
Meeting him, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
How was it? Did he mention the verse?
Nah, he didn't mention the verse, but while he was showing me the crib, he was like building a studio in the crib. So I was like, yo, that's dope that it always reverts back to music. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, it's like some of these rich people that's fucking do whatever wind up getting a piano in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit always comes back to the music some kind of way and shit like that. But that shit was dope, you know what I mean?
That verse was iconic for me, right?
Yeah.
I don't when I write, right? I don't always like, for me to like rework somebody's bars, right? It's rare for me. It's obviously we use it like a salute, like nowadays in hip hop, right? There's very few people who I've done that to. Most of the times I do it, it's trash. If I rework a bar, it's usually trash, right? I did that band from TV shit on the mixtape shit, and it's your verse. That I set it off, and I said, regardless of where I'm doing the show, y'all niggas protest, I run in the stands beating on fans like Artest. But it was really the iconic shit of the sports moment you know what I'm saying? The nigga wilding out. And
he pioneered that.
And that's you right there. So like, from coming over here, it seemed like when it come to rap, you don't take yourself that serious. Like you don't be riding yourself.
You make it effortless.
But your shit is iconic, bro.
I mean, shit. I appreciate it, you know what I mean? When I was making these records, that's all I had, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like the bang bang shoot 'em up guy that, you know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of bullet wounds and crazy stories and shit like that, you know what I mean? We were coming up in the age of the hustlers and when the block would be hot, they would go back in the house and be playing the game and
listening to hip hop.
Yeah, listening to hip hop and
burning it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's some real shit. And before that, we was b-boys.
Yeah,
you was a b-boy.
Always b-boys, like
you was a
break
b-boy
dancing and fucking trying to do graffiti and shit like that. Hell yeah, that was like in us. It's still like. You know what I mean? A blank piece of paper with your, to this day, you still might try to write your name the way you did it back in the days or some, you know what I mean? Or draw a character, like some old dumb shit like that. And breakdancing and shit like that. So we come from that, you know what I'm saying? Rapping, that shit was always easy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel, like I feel...
Shout out to Trash, because Trash just came from the wave that was before. So Trash was a nigga that was like, oh shit. You heard that? Because Travis was a young nigga doing it, so he was like, oh, young.
What's the first verse you remember from him?
Trash? Oh, man, I got the first verse?
Yeah, that impressed you, like...
I don't know. I always been impressed, man. I always been impressed. I'm bad with remembering shit. Don't put me on the spot.
No, but in all actuality though, you're not that bad because prior, before we actually turned the cameras on, you kind of said the answer to his question because you actually remembered my demo.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to say the verse verbatim. You know why? I'm gonna keep it Greenberry with you, nigga. I don't remember that verse. Matter of fact, you remembered the song. I forgot I did the song. And you say, yo, I remember you did I Hate 204.
Word.
So that's a song that was on my demo. That never came out. It was about my junior high school. So for him to say that, and like I said earlier, like, he always, for the past 20 some odd years, he's always made that known to me, like, yo, son, man, listen, I always respected you for this. Like you always gave that up. My thing right now is like, for me, maybe I may be considered like to come before you. So like, that little OG thing is hovers around me. But what I want people to realize is that, respectfully, I'm a fan of you.
Check it out.
Wow.
This is on my phone. It's not YouTube.
That's in your playlist. That's the first song I ever made.
And all we won.
If you want to get ill, watch how it's done. We only had and all we won. Ill.
This is on my phone.
That's not YouTube.
It's not YouTube. It's not.
That's in your playlist. Ill. Again, I said ill twice.
Ill.
I said ill. Get ill 3 times. Ill.
What?
Go Queensbridge.
This is what inspired me. This is why this is on my playlist in 2019.
This is part of the reason you rap?
Yeah, man.
Oh, so man, love you, man. Appreciate.
It's my pleasure.
So that's part of the reason why you was a standout on the firm. I'm gonna say this shit, and I'm not saying it because you in the car.
My dude, man, this was crazy. This helped shape me. You know what I mean? This was what, we was all at the crossroads of what we could have and whatever and should have and whatever.
Major factual.
You know what I'm saying? But this was the one thing that, even though I didn't pursue it, I was good at it. I knew I could do this right here. And I was dope. I knew what dope was thanks to these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
That's dope.
That's what that was. You know what I mean?
And respectfully, I gotta say this, like, the same way you get that up for me, like, I gotta get that up from where I got it from, like, Shan. You know what I'm saying? And
it was all of that. So that's why I was like,
pass it on. We alley-oop this shit.
Yeah.
I gotta say this now. I gotta ask you this, man, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's about drive-bys and it's about us, but it's about too what the people want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
anything.
I know for a fact, like, I've seen various interviews on you with, like, Doggy Diamonds. I've seen you on the Bodega joint. I've seen you on
I'm really comfortable with the interviews sometimes to just be like,
Understandable. But for the most part, I want to ask you this, like, how did you come into contact with Nas? Aside from, you know, us being in the hood, from the same hood, you know, there's a lot of dudes that was in the hood that, you know, made music, but Nas didn't necessarily reach for them. What made Nas reach for you?
I guess, you know, we knew who could spit in the hood and shit like that. You start knowing, you know, we know from years and shit like that. But at the time, it wasn't directly interested in me like that. You know what I'm saying? I think what they was building, they had their discrepancies, and you know how the story with that one. And I was the closest thing that could probably fill in that void. Because
now you're talking about the firm situation, right?
Yeah, firm situation and shit like that. Because, you know, it's firm situation, and it was still under the presumption that I was going to be signed to him.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? So a lot of the effort in promoting me came with being attached
to him and under him.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that went. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this. Who'd you end up signing to as a solo for All Seasons?
TrackMasters. So it was like a lot of internal shit between them. Like me supposed to be with Nas, and then you know, they put the money up first, and you know.
I'm gonna say this. You my man, right? But I'm gonna say this for the sake of journalism, right? And just like I said, you know, on our way here, I'm gonna keep it Greenberry. I'm gonna keep it Greenberry. For the drive-by followers and viewers, because, you know, they fuck with this show because we keep it official. At the same time, you my bro, so I never want to, you know, offend you in any sense. But at the same time, I want to speak honestly with you, right? I'm going to say this.
Hey, are you staying or?
Huh? I'm doing a quick interview, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A few minutes, man. Well, a little while.
No problem.
All right.
I'm gonna say this, right? Back to it, man. I'm gonna say this, man. Make a long story longer.
What?
I hope Nate, you my bro, man. Can I be honest?
Good.
I'm gonna keep it official with you, right? Now I'm gonna bring this up first. I remember one time, right? We did an interview with Capone Noriega, right? And we was up at Hot 97, I believe. No, we was actually at Red Alert show, and you know. When we was leaving, we ran into Big, rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. I mentioned this too on Doggy Diamond show, but a lot of people ain't know. Biggie, at his prime, wanted to sign Capone as a solo artist, but make him part of Junior Mafia, right? And Pone was hyped about it, but Pone asked me, he was like, yo, you think I should do it? And the way I am, like what we talked about earlier, right? We talked about earlier how we were always kind of like, and me and you were kind of similar in that sense. And when you look at like Beanie Siegel, he kind of mentioned it too in terms of his relation to The Rock. We really looked at it as a family thing. So when Pone asked me that, I didn't look at it from just a business perspective. So I was honest with Pone, and I was like, yo, I ain't gonna front. He could push a button for you right now. I said, but I think you will always live in his shadow, and you won't be recognized for the talent you are as an individual. Now, incidentally, and I'm getting to a point, incidentally,
It ended
up happening, unfortunately for my bro. And that's no shot at Pone. I love Cayenne, but it ended up happening for a lot of different reasons. Him going away, and him not, you know, necessarily being, you know, really interested at the time or at times in his career in being a fucking artist. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, right, my honest opinion, I think, had you signed with Nas directly, at least from the momentum you was getting, right, things would have went a lot different. At least
in a good way or a bad way?
Look, this is what I'm about to say. At least on a commercial level for you, right? And the reason why I say that, and I'm not trying to hog the interview, because it's all about you right now, bro. But I think things would have went a lot different for you on a commercial level, on a you know, in terms of the market. I mean, the reason why I say that is because, one, Nas, even though he's giving a few alley-oops to dudes, like, he shouted Mega out, and that shit opened the door for Mega on One Love. But his reach to you was a little more extensive, right? And what I've noticed about him, at least in the past, he doesn't necessarily open his lane up for anybody. So to me, like, had you signed with him, right? At least in my opinion, I'm being honest. I ain't gonna sit there and be fake. At least in my opinion, that shit would have did a lot more for you than just signing straight through with TrackMasters.
Why didn't you?
Because just for that reason, I'm not thinking about what it can do for me. I still have so much to say. I'm still from the ground up at this point. I don't really know how to. I'm in the beginning stages of being an artist and not understanding what my capabilities are, how far my reach is. I'm not really I'm learning how to construct songs, flow, pitch, structure, cadence. I'm learning all of this other shit on top of getting a little bit of money and
it's all new.
It's like it's a whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? So you're not thinking about
every best political move
because you know you still don't have the freedom like how dudes have freedom now, like how everybody can work out of their crib and do all this other stuff. Once I did, I thought it was to the better for me to sign myself to producers who can at least help me shape some kind of a sound.
That makes a lot of sense. But go ahead.
As opposed to the poet who I feel like
it's still shaping his shit,
and I'm still more like a chameleon too. Like no matter what's around me, I can catch it. We can go.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm of the same vein, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're a bigger artist and you know you do certain stuff, but no matter what you around, you put what you around shit, you're gonna smell like shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You put you around gold, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna shine.
Yeah.
I disagree with Trash say about that he feel like it would have went bigger. And only because
commercially at least.
No, but I'm saying,
but I still don't even know how to make these records. Like my records are not really like, I don't have the big hook. I might have these verses that people be like, yeah, I remember you, or
and
I thought
and not to cut you, only to add on, this is why I understand why you sought it from a production level, right? But you know what, to me, what would have been the perfect situation? And the reason why I say this is because like I really love hip hop, and I love bridge hip hop even more because I have such a relationship to it. What would have been the perfect situation would have been, to me, right? Nas and TrackMasters teaming up on a venture, and you signing through that particular medium.
Yeah, probably, but that's the way it was supposed to be. For one ad, it was probably presented that way in the source. It was a double ad. I think it had the TrackMasters and the, you know what I'm saying, Ill Will. But, like you said, like, it was still a lot of shit that's probably, I don't even know what's going on. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole of this. I'm fucking whatever.
Yeah, because you was literally fresh off the streets.
I don't understand none of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
When I look vicariously back, right, in retrospect, artists that Nas signed, right, they didn't, I think he was more worried about being an artist than an executive. Yeah. So like Bravehearts and, was Quan signed to him? Do you know? I just know
even if he wasn't, it was the perception was given that he was a Nas artist. So I get what you're saying, but even in the sense like
because it was presented that way, you know what I'm saying? Thanks to DJ Clue. DJ Clue was the one that was like, making them tapes and shit, and fucking, and DJ Clue's blowing up and shit, and he's throwing me on the tapes at first and shit, and he got Son on the tape with me and shit. Of course, with Son is talking, popping that firm shit, and he's introducing me to the world. Of course, you would think that I'm going to be right there, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was actually shocked when it didn't
was
fold out like
supposed
that.
to be.
When Mega got removed from the firm for whatever reasons, shit, I don't know why, right? And if that, like, say that was me and I'm salty about it, I'm not gonna have smoke with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have smoke with the person who removed me from the situation.
Get to the, yeah.
I'm like, why do you think Mega went at you and not Nas for him being removed from the firm?